The air was really refreshing and warm, even though the sun was starting to go down. There's this really good feel you get when you're driving around in my hometown. It's like a deep breath. It's refreshing. There's nothing that can kill your vibe. You're just going and in the moment. I remember being in the back seat of my friend's car, sitting next to my homie Connor. It was in the summer. We were both super sun-kissed. And Kelly, we also call her KG Unit. She drove around a Grand Prix, like hoopty car, white and black. And I remember cigarette smoke always flowing out of the front window, and the scent would come around my nose once in a while, but it didn't bother me too much. The last time I actually saw Connor was at my friend's house. He told me that he was going somewhere to get some help and straighten things out, and I wished him the best and said bye to him, and it was all good from there. Every year our school, in high school, we got off like a week in February, and it was kind of a little tradition for me and my mom and some friends to go up to New York City and stay in Times Square. And the one night we went out, and all of a sudden my friend got a text message and some phone calls and stuff, and people said, "Oh, like, did you hear what happened? Like, Connor killed himself. Like, Connor jumped in front of a train." And I don't know. I honestly remember the first thing I said is, "Yeah, right, like, that really happened." Like, kind of brushed it off. Like, okay, that's not even funny. I remember it really starting to kick in more, like, when I looked at Facebook, which now I don't even know why I did, because it caused a lot of tensions and drama and stuff. Like, I don't know. I read into it too much. Like, there was people that weren't really friends with Connor, and people that just, I don't know, trying to get attention and stuff. So there was a lot of emotions going on. I felt angry. I was confused. I wanted to lash out at people, but I was so upset. It was like being strangled, honestly, by so many emotions, and like my throat was so tight and my stomach felt so weird. I remember what really like started to calm us all down after we all had our different experiences and ways of starting to grieve, and we all just rolled a joint and went into the bathroom together. And that kind of eased our heads. Like, I remember just like my head like pounding so hard and feeling like someone was squeezing it, and I just smoked a little, and it just really relieved my anxiety factor of things. And then from there, we were all just together and silent and kind of looking at each other. And one of my friends just started hysterically laughing, and she brought up this really great memory of Connor. And then we kind of started to reminisce and everything, and it didn't necessarily make things better, but it definitely calmed us down and brought us back a little more into reality. I've been really thinking about Connor a lot recently, partially because, like I said before, I've really been realizing how much he shaped me as a person, but also a little bit to do with the fact that it'll be 5 years since he took his life on February 15th. And I don't know, just been on my mind a lot. I think the most important part, and how I feel now today about the whole situation, is that I really stay positive about it rather than negative, and I can openly talk about it, and I can openly remember Connor in a positive way, and I'm always reminiscing on the good rather than the bad. And it's really just something, you know, life goes on, but you don't want to forget your friends who don't continue living, because they really are there in spirit, and I feel they really do still live within the world through other people and through the people they've influenced.